Daniel Caldwell, a Marine who took part in last year's Trump-led attack on the Capitol, where he used chemical weapons against more than a dozen workers helping to secure the compound in the Lower West Terrace neighborhood, knew Wednesday that more than 5.5 years in prison. His exact sentence is 68 months. Caldwell's attack apparently happened shortly before the rioters entered the building itself elsewhere. Details of what happened in his sentencing hearing this week by federal judge Colleen Catelli added that one of the officers spraying the chemical began to vomit uncontrollably. Caldwell, who pleaded guilty late last year to federal criminal charges for assaulting military personnel with a weapon dangerous, expressed regret for his actions in court this week, and appeared to be freeing in his statement. Caldwell's hearing was notable for his widespread expression of remorse, delivered almost entirely in tears, in an almost empty courtroom, Politico reported Wednesday. According to the same document, Caldwell has been in prison since February 2021. Even with credit for time served, Caldwell will still have more than half of his sentence to serve, assuming his time will stand. In this week's episode, Catelli repeatedly explained what he did in tough words and explained how his conviction could act as a deterrent against those who might do such things. "You have a right to your political views but not to a counter-argument," Catelli told the Texas defendant. "You are a rebel." In Caldwell's statement to the court, he described some areas of his personal life that have been affected and may be further disrupted by his time in prison. He said his biological mother died while in prison and his father had cancer. "Knowing their pain breaks my heart," he added, referring to his family. "I paid enough and I accept that I still have to pay more." Other military personnel, in addition to members of the military, were arrested for their involvement in the Capitol riot. New arrests continue, more than 2 years after the violence began. On February 1 only, the U.S. Office of in Washington, D.C. issued 4 papers summarizing the new arrest method. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican Georgia, used one of her first public appearances in her new role on the House Judiciary Committee to protest the death of Capitol rioter Ashley Babbitt and how the government treated the plaintiffs, including the accused in custody.